Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we are going to be starting a little series. All right, so this series is going to be about becoming, because I see that a lot of people are very impatient. I used to be one of them people. Trust and believe, I used to be one of them people, but your girl is delivered somewhat. I'm mostly delivered, and I think I really just want to talk about the topic of becoming versus being. And I'm not gonna compare the two. I just want to highlight how a lot of people just want to be. They don't want to become. They don't want to do the steps. They don't want to put themselves through the journey. They much rather just have that instant gratification. So this video is really to touch on becoming and what becoming means, and how you should really just focus on the journey and be engulfed in that becoming stage, because the becoming is what is going to be the foundation for you being. So with whatever you want to get, with whoever you want to be, you have to go through this stage of becoming and understand the art of it. There is an art to it. So this is going to be a lot of different parts, because there's many layers to the becoming versus the am. Like, becoming is a process that happens and occurs throughout your entire life. Like, you are going to constantly change. Like, you're not going to stay the same. So this is what I'm trying to highlight. Like, hey, becoming is going to be a majority of your life, and as well as I am, but becoming is really where you put in that work. Essentially, we are just becoming all the time and being all the time, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's so hard to explain, but I hope you got the gist. But yes, like I said, this is about becoming. How do you become that girl? How do you become that guy? How do you become them, she, her, him? How do you become? Like, this is what this video is about. So I really want to preface this and say, like, with becoming and being, you need to have a relationship with Source, God, the divine, Allah, the universe, a higher power, your higher self, spirit guides, whatever you believe in, ascended masters, whatever you're into. You need to have a connection with that higher source. Let me preface this, I'm not talking about no dark magic. We're not doing that. the source has to be good people. So if your ancestors is racist, we're not talking about them. They have to be good people. But I say this to say, what I'm gonna call it is God or divine. Either one works for me. I want to urge you, ask God to illuminate your path throughout the entire journey. As well as when you are being, there may be things you need to navigate when you're being. Ask God as much as possible at any point, in every point in this journey, to illuminate the path so you can get those answers a little more quickly. Because you got to understand that you are not here to really solve. You're just here to take aligned steps. So things have to just come to you, and that's how you're going to be at peace more in your life. When you realize that, hey, I'm not here to solve anything, God is going to solve it. The end. That's when you really have peace, because a lot of people have such a strong hold on their beliefs, on what they think their life is supposed to look like. They have a lot of strongholds on this idea of what they want. Let it go. Let it go. You're not here to solve. You need to check in with God before you try to start executing and doing all this stuff, because a lot of times, did God even tell you to go and do that? If we being honest, probably not. So you need to check in and make sure that this is where God even wants you to be. And this is with relationships. This is with money, jobs, all that. Friends, please ask God to illuminate that path. This is universal. All throughout becoming. All throughout being. All throughout your life. Illuminate the path. All right, so that is one of the main things and themes that need to be planned throughout this becoming phase. I only support aligned action. That's it. Aligned action, anything outside of it, you trying to solve it, oh Lord, Jesus take the wheel. All right, so next point is on the lines of you have to become abundant before you are abundant. So you need to get your mindset right. You cannot go into things with those limited beliefs, that lack mindset, all of that nasty energy. Clean it up immediately. Ambria Harty, love her. She says you cannot lack your way into abundance. I don't know if that's her personal quote, but I just know I always hear her say this. You cannot lack your way into abundance. It's not going to get you anywhere. You need to feel abundant internally before you can be abundant externally. God is not going to give you something that you're not prepared for. You don't even have a good attitude in your life. Your mind's all messed up. Why would God give you so many blessings when you're not even mentally prepared for it? You're going to fumble it. And let's say God is going to go ahead and bless you with this thing. You're going to get the thing and you're going to self-sabotage it. Stop asking for things you're not ready for. You're not ready to receive this abundance and maintain it. And that's what we want to do, right? You don't want to just get everything you want and then end up losing it because you're not ready, because you're mentally in that lack mindset. You always feel like you're in survival mode. You just running yourself crazy. You'll never be happy. You'll never be fulfilled in that way. You'll never be truly happy. You'll never know peace. We need to know peace. As a collective, we need to know peace. So next point, get clear on who you are so you can get clear on what you want. I see it so many times. A lot of people are like, oh, I want this, 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 and this. But they don't even know who they are for real. And they don't really truly know their value. They don't know their essence. They don't know what they even like, actually. They don't really know themselves. You know how we used to be in class and we would just sit there and they put us on a spot. Like, it would be like at the beginning of a semester and it'll be like, oh, tell me about yourself. Do you know how many people go blank? Because they have nothing. They literally go blank because they don't truly know themselves. So if you are sitting here like, what do I say? You don't know yourself enough. If you have nothing to say, girl, you do not know yourself enough. So I can't really say that you truly know what you want if you don't know who you are. And in addition, if you don't know who you are, how are you going to stand on boundaries? I feel like when you don't really know your value, you don't really know who you really are at that core, you tend to waver. Like, the line tends to move in terms of your boundaries because you're just so unsure, especially those people who are so indecisive. It just be like, I don't know. Y'all don't know yourselves. How are you gonna be asking for things and you don't even know yourself? And then you end up getting these things and it's like, oh, I actually did not want this. Y'all be like, my bad. I asked for a little too much. And then next point, I'm just gonna reiterate again, get your mindset right. You need to be in that place where it's like, I'm good regardless. I don't care how you trick yourself, however many delusions you need. You need to get to that point where you are telling yourself, I am good regardless. This works out for me regardless. I'm abundant regardless. You are going to own your life when you get to that point. I'm good regardless. Do you know how peaceful that is? You need peace to attract abundance. Abundance is in your peace. Which brings me to my next point. Y'all, this is going to be hard for a lot of people, but this is the biggest battle you have to win. Getting out of survival mode, getting out of overthinking, that anxiety. You need to get out of it and understand that it's a frequency. It just attracts to you because of who you are, your energy field. It's attracting all of this negative beliefs, these thoughts. It's because your vibration is low. All this overthinking and anxiety and woe is me, I'm a victim, I'm in survival mode, I gotta hustle, I gotta fight for my life. All my life I has to fight, I'm ready to bite. All that, baby, you is bad vibes. Okay. Let me not say all that. You're just not able to really claim your power and really claim your life. That is what I'm trying to say. You're not claiming your life. You have power over this. Everybody's like, oh no, I can't. You can't because you keep telling yourself you can't. You can't because you're not doing the work. You can't because you've made it hard on yourself. You can't because you're not really praying over your body. You're not really casting out these demons for real. You're all willy-nilly with life. I love to use a little willy-nilly now. So what I usually do, what helped me to get out of that kind of mindset, was reaffirming to myself how safe I am and understanding what fight or flight is for. Fight or flight is for true survival. If your life is in danger, if you have no true safety, no food, no roof, no nothing, somebody's out to kill you, something is trying to eat you, that's what survival mode was made for. And we are no longer out in the wilderness, babe. We are not in the wilderness. Especially if you're here on YouTube watching me, there's just no way you are out here in the wilderness unless you chose to be there. So we need to get out of this mindset of, oh, I'm running against something. You're running from something. I am not the one to tell you what you're running from. Maybe it's them demons on you. Maybe. But I'm here to say, you need to start getting to that point where you are affirming your safety to yourself and understanding that you can have faith in your higher power to protect you. You need to do some type of meditation. You need to go to therapy. You need to do something that's going to get you out of this kind of running wheel mentality. Like, you know how, you ever seen those like hamsters on a wheel? That's what I feel like survival mode looks like. It's like you just keep going and going and you're antsy, you're shaking, you got all of this tension built up in your body. It feels horrible. And I just got to a point where I was like, I don't need to feel this anymore because it's useless. And life got so much better once I realized what fight or flight is. And the thing is, I learned it because I have a biology degree, but I never applied it and really made sense out of it until I started healing. And people started pointing out how, like, being in survival mode is really about the risk of your life being taken. And I'm sorry, but most of the time I don't need to have that kind of reaction. Like, I get it if it's here and there, but to feel that way all the time, your life is not at risk all the time. It's just unrealistic to keep that kind of energy flowing throughout your body. And you just got to get to that point where you are affirming your safety to yourself. And when you're getting to these points of not only just anxiety and like this overthinking thing, I want you to just try and drop into your body and really try and identify what the feeling is and what the feeling is stemming from, and do your best to affirm yourself in that. That is a part of inner work and really working through those things. Journaling, you need to do a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, you need to get to that point where you're working through all of that. I think if it's just too much for you, you need to be seeing a therapist immediately. Immediately. Like, just doing inner work is just not for everybody. I understand it's not sustainable for everybody because not a lot of people really value themselves. I have to remember that. Like, not a lot of people value themselves, and this is not even like an insult or anything, but when you don't value your own opinion, it's very hard to try to take control of your life and try to heal yourself. It's very hard to do that when you don't see any value in what you're saying. But yes, for this last one, because girl, I'm a yapper. I have probably 30 different ticks and tacks. But yes, the next thing is one of the biggest ones you got to have. And I'm gonna end the video on this one. Gratitude. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Y'all need to have gratitude. Please. There's no way you can sit here and be ungrateful and receive so many daggone blessings. And even if you were ungrateful receiving all these blessings, you'd still be miserable. You suck. You internally suck as a person. Like, what? I never understood that. Like, yo, y'all gotta understand how valuable gratitude is. It is so necessary and needed. Because why? You gotta think, like, why would God, why would the divine, why would the universe give you more if you don't even like what you have in front of you? Like, you are barely, if at all, grateful for the things that you have. Like, think about it. When's the last time you actually thanked God for something other than waking up in the morning? Other than waking up in the morning. Thank you, God, for breathing. Like, girl, you have so much more to be grateful for. I'm glad you're grateful. But, babes, can we at least enjoy a little more? Like, I really want to encourage people, like, get a gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be a physical journal, but you can start like a note in your notes app and just write down 3 things every day that you are grateful for. They have to be 3 different things. Every single day, you have to write down 3 different things. It can't be anything that you had the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. Nothing has to be the same. When I started doing that, because I thought I was grateful for a long time, but I truly didn't understand the essence of gratitude. So once I started doing this journal, it allowed me to start seeing the little things. And not only were they shown to me, but I got to attract a little more stuff that made me grateful because of all of that gratitude. Because gratitude is just a magnet to abundance. Gratitude and abundance are locked in. They're locked in, okay? But honestly, without gratitude, how will you ever be happy? I don't get it. Like, if you're not grateful for anything, there's no way you can truly be happy. And that's why it's so important to find so many different things that you are grateful for. That way you can just help aid making you happier and happier and happier. Gratitude is so important because let's say you got everything you wanted and you weren't grateful for any of it. Would you truly be happy? Are you actually going to be at peace? You won't be, because you'll constantly be thinking about, I don't have enough. Like, that will always be your thought. You'll always feel like, oh, I'm never going to be happy because I don't have enough. When you have enough, stop tricking yourself into that lack mindset. You have enough. And when you appreciate that enough, you get even more. Come on, it's a reward system. It's a reward system, babe. It's a reward system. So, yes, that is my drop of wisdom, honey. This is stuff I did within like 9 months. I just kept going through this stuff that I'm telling you about. So it's amazing to say, like, wow, I changed as a person. I changed my identity doing these things and incorporating it in my life. And I really want to help to lead people to finding themselves. Essentially, I just want to free people from themselves, from past old versions of themselves. I want you to free yourself through my work. Free yourself through watching me. Free yourself through my advice. That is really the goal, and that's why I am a human design reader, because I just want to free people. That's why I do gene key reading, because I want people to know their purpose and understand who they are, because a lot of people don't. They don't. and they just walking through life through other people, just vicariously living and just existing and not truly living. And I just want to lead y'all to abundance, baby. I want to lead y'all to some money, some love, some prosperity, some peace. Y'all need it. I need y'all to get there. So this is why I'm here for y'all. If you want to book with me, email below, boo. The email is below. Never be scared to click that email and email me. We can set something up, okay? You just need to know your birth time, day, and place, okay? That's all I'm asking from you. And your first and last name. But yes, email below. But yes, thank you all for watching this video. I will be continuing this series. I love this series. I think it's very beautiful, okay? Girl, I got a ton of things to say. So yes, thank you all for watching this video. I will see you all in the next video. And if you are watching my podcast, the Powered Passion Podcast, it's on Spotify and Apple. Thank you for listening. So yes, have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.